I have wanted to talk about Caleb Williams since Monday. I didn't have it for Monday's show because Monday's show, if you did not watch it, go back and watch it. It was a great show. Action-packed. Had a lot to talk about. So I kind of was like, okay, I'll put that on the back burner. Had Tuesday's show. Had a couple topics that I felt like were more important than the Caleb Williams and the Bears because I didn't get to watch Caleb Williams and the Bears, but everybody, Colin Cowherd and everybody was talking about the Bears. And I was like, okay, let me go look at this game and see what everybody is talking about. But I mean, Caleb Williams, the Bears, they're having a phenomenal season. They're 6-3. They're riding high. I think they've won what? 4. I think the Bears have won what? 5 out of their last 6 games, so to speak. I think they're roughly on a. Let me make sure. But I think they are on. I think they're on like a 4 or 5 game win streak or something like that. If I stand corrected. Okay, so they started out 1-2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, oh my God. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they've won 6 out of their last 7. That is absolutely phenomenal. I didn't even think it was that many. I thought they were like when they were on 4 out of their last 5, but whatever. So yeah, they've won 6 out of their last 7. Granted, their wins have come against pretty easy teams. I mean, you've played the Giants without Jackson Dart in the second half. You played the Bengals, who cannot guard anyone defensively. You lost to a Baltimore Ravens team without Lamar Jackson. Shouldn't have lost that game. Then you beat the Saints, who are, at the time had Spencer Rattler quarterback. Now they've moved on to Tyler Shuck. Washington Commanders. That was a pretty decent win at the time. Then the Raiders and the Cowboys, their schedule's not been the best. But we have to ultimately give credit to where credit is due. And I've watched the film. I've watched Caleb Williams. And ultimately, I come up with this idea. I said to myself, Ben Johnson could do the unimaginable, and make the Bears a competent franchise. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but this offense and the way Caleb Williams has played this year has been drastically different. When you look at the time when Ryan Poles, he's been getting a lot of crap the last couple of years over the way that he's organized his team. And the decision that he made trading the number 1 pick that year with Bryce Young and CJ Stroud, he traded it away to the Panthers. And he turned that into all those offensive linemen, Luther Bird and Caleb Williams, Colston Loveland. Like, they have a roster put together. And they have done it without many free agents. The only main big free agent that I can really think of that they signed was one of the offensive linemen and Terrell Edmond. So Ryan Poles made the decision to hire the hot head coaching candidate at the time last year, this past offseason, Ben Johnson. He had the best offense with the Lions under Dan Campbell. And, a lot of people were questioning him. They were like, man, can this guy be a head coach? Because when you look at Ben Johnson, the way he is on the sideline, he just don't look like he could lead a team. But, man, that dude is pretty much the silent assassin. Like, when you see him, he has no emotion. He has his pen. He's clicking his pen. And, he just makes faces when Caleb does something stupid. And he's like, Well, ultimately, let's get to storytelling here. Caleb Williams just looks like it's not fully there. I feel like Caleb Williams still has a lot of room to grow, and the potential that he has under Ben Johnson could be a top 5 quarterback in this league. And Colin Cowherd did this poll out of all the quarterbacks in the league under 25 years old. There's like 10 of them. And you would choose 3 out of the 10. Caleb Williams would be one of the 3 out of the 10. And yes, Jay Daniels and Drake May, Bo Nix, all those guys are on that list. But the way Caleb Williams has looked this year, he's not turning the ball over. He's not taking bad sacks. It's really crazy, and people need to go like the Giants and all these teams with the quarterbacks, Justin Herbert, which Justin Herbert's been able to manage. I mean, they've had injuries on their offensive line. But even the Vikings and all these teams who have really pedestrian O-lines, look at the Bears situation. You go, what's the number one thing Ben Johnson wanted to do? You know what, Caleb, you're our guy. We are going to build this offensive line because you were the most sacked quarterback last year. Ben Johnson said, yep, let's get us this offensive line. Now when I watch the Bears, Caleb Williams is hardly under duress. Caleb Williams can snap the ball and just navigate the pocket. He can pick you apart. And on Sunday, in those weather conditions, it was snowing, windy, and Caleb Williams was out there throwing darts. He was accurate. He was on time. And when you watched him, I'm like, the talent. It is not even close. Like and this is no shot at like Jayden Daniels and even Drake May. But when you watch just the athleticism and the talent from when you watch Caleb Williams and watch Drake May and Jayden Daniels, it's just that arm itself. And the way he's able to maneuver the pocket and just roll out and make big plays, which was his strong suit in college. And it's like, if he's able to get the small things right, if he's able to continue to grow under Ben Johnson, Caleb Williams has got some problems. He still holds the ball just a little bit long. He can be inaccurate at times. But if he can put it together, like, this kid could be phenomenal. And if the Bears going into the future, I don't think, and ultimately, I don't think this team is going to go deep in the playoffs if they get into the playoffs. I think they would, at this present moment so far this season. And they got a good matchup against the Vikings. They still got some good teams. They still got to play the Packers. They got to play the Eagles. They still got to play the Niners and the Lions. Like, they got some tough games coming up. Like, their schedule is going to get, they got some hard games. But it feels like at this present moment, and they may show us differently, show me differently. But it feels like this team is trending more towards a first round exit than making playoff noise. But going into this season, just making the playoffs is a success and a win for Ben Johnson, for Caleb Williams, and that whole franchise, Ryan Poles, and everyone involved. You can talk all you want, but quarterbacks being clutch and finding ways to win is the best stat. Excuse me. But it is something that I had to grow. I grew into this take because, everybody loves quarterback wins, and they say quarterback wins is not a stat, but the thing that we gave just Jalen Hurts a lot of credit for, which I had to mature into, was the fact that a quarterback like Jalen Hurts, he's not fancy. He's not this super talented quarterback. He doesn't have this super... When you watch Jalen Hurts and the way he throws the football, it doesn't wow you. Even when he runs, he kind of runs like he's in slow motion. Like, Jalen Hurts doesn't do anything that's like physically, athleticism, awing at all. In comparison to you, just compare Caleb Williams playing football and watching him throw the football in comparison to Jalen Hurts. It's not even close. You just look at Caleb Williams like, that guy made that throw. Jalen Hurts don't have the capability to do that. But Jalen Hurts is the type of quarterback that he's clutch and he finds ways to win. And Caleb Williams this season has been able to do that. I actually had a article written up on my computer, and I actually forgot about it because, again, y'all know I had this plan on Monday. And I actually looked up an article about the fourth quarter comebacks that the Bears have had. And I don't remember it from reading it. I was supposed to have it up for notes, but again, didn't have it. I had to get the show in today real quick because I got things going on this afternoon, the rest of the evening. But the stat was just pretty much everybody was appalled at all the fourth quarter comebacks and all the things that the Bears have been able to do. And the Bears had a big fourth quarter comeback against the Giants. I need to see more going forward with the Bears. But year one, and I classify this as year one. I mean, Caleb Williams, he's the first year dysfunctional. You fired your head coach. Offense was terrible. Offensive line was terrible. Your team was awful. And they had a hot start to the season. And it feels like after the Washington Commanders game, it's just been pretty much on free fall. But I classify this as year one because this is where the stability has started. But year one has been great for the franchise, the players, and the fans. You're 6-3. You got a good Vikings matchup. If you win this game at Minnesota, you get revenge after losing week 1 against the Vikings and JJ McCarthy. You're going to feel great about yourself. You're going to feel great. You're 7-3. And I don't even know if they've had their bye week already. But yeah, you're 7-3. You could be 7-3 and making your case for the playoffs. What more can you ask for the Chicago Bears and the Bears fan base? I'm very interested to see more of the Bears going forward. And man, Caleb Williams, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but Ben Johnson may bring out the best in Caleb Williams.